Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget gaming keyboards.
Starting at number 5.
HyperX Alloy Core. The HyperX Alloy Core RGB is another quiet keyboard, but this time it is decidedly understated even with all the flashing lights. Speaking of that RGB, things are a little more straightforward. This is ideal for those who would prefer to set something quickly that looks good without tweaking things endlessly, like with the aforementioned Chroma software. Also included as standard are the dedicated media keys, featuring easy access to volume and playback control in a place that's unobtrusive. That's certainly not a feature to be taken for granted in the majority of budget gaming keyboards. The Alloy Core isn't a keyboard that's going to turn many heads, but it's more than serviceable about everything it does. At full price, this budget gaming keyboard sits at just $49.99/£49.99. However, we often see that price knocked down to $34.99 in the US, and it even hit a $29.99 record low at the end of 2021. We have been seeing more gaming keyboard deals on this model over in the UK during the last year, with prices hovering around £40, giving way to a record low of £22 during a particularly speedy flash sale. We would aim for a $35/£39.99 price here.
Coming at number 4.
Razer Cynosa V2. Much like the K55, the Razer Cynosa V2 is also membrane-based for a quiet and softer feel. The star of the show here, as with other Razer keyboards, is the company's Chroma RGB lighting, which, while a bit more basic than the visual effects found in the pricier models, still looks impressive. This particular Cynosa is built with the purpose of being dust and spill resistant, so it's unlikely to short out if you accidentally splash a can of cloudy lemonade over it, as I can, unfortunately, attest to with other keyboards that did not survive contact with drinks. Ultimately, if you're after a Razer device but don't want to drop the hundreds of dollars sometimes required, you'll still find excellent value for money here.
At number 3.
SteelSeries Apex 3 TKL. If you can sacrifice the clicky feel and tactile feedback of a mechanical deck, then there's a lot to recommend about the Apex 3. At first glance, there's the stellar 8-zone RGB lighting and the magnetic wrist rest for a comfortable gaming experience. The fact that it clings to the keyboard ensures less slipping and sliding around when typing or gaming. This is something that some models from other manufacturers don't include, and certainly not in this price range. As you may expect from a membrane-based gaming keyboard, the Apex 3 is dust and water resistant, which is ideal for those who fear an unfortunate encounter with a soft drink while kicking back with a game. It's a little big, bulky, and heavy, but it will sit sturdily on your desk of choice for thousands of hours. If you spot any discounts on the fairly new SteelSeries Apex 3 TKL below, you're getting a solid offer. We don't see too many gaming keyboard deals hitting this model, but that $44.99 MSRP has given way to a $30 sales price in the past, so it's well worth looking out for. Over in the UK, we've seen around £11 off that £49.99 RRP in the past as well.
Number 2 of my list.
Clim Chroma Wireless. Klim has proved that budget wireless gaming keyboards do in fact exist, and can boast a similar build quality to other RGB-enabled membrane keyboards without hiking the price up. It's also lightweight and rugged enough to be thrown into a rucksack without fear of scuffing or damage. The company claims that this keyboard takes approximately 4 hours to reach its full battery charge, which means it should have enough juice to carry you through your next gaming session. It's worth remembering the quiet and soft touch action of the keys themselves as well. However, it lacks mechanical tactile feedback or clickiness, which is something to bear in mind if that's an essential selling point for you at this price point. You can often find the Clim Chroma available for around $40/£30, though we have seen those prices dip down to between $26 and $30 in the US.
And number 1.
Havit Mechanical. You may think that getting a mechanical keyboard for this kind of money would yield poor results, but this Havit model shows that it can be done. The blue microswitches make for that typical loud and clicky feedback that's exactly what you're after in a device like this. Its form factor is something to note as well. It takes up only the essential space needed to accommodate the keys with little room for anything else, resulting in a slender look. You can also bag it with a high DPI RGB mouse, perfect for those wanting a high-quality setup at an affordable price point. These bundles are the best way to save on this already budget gaming keyboard. This is a real budget buy, which means we've seen prices on full setup packages going for as little as £28 in the UK. Offers aren't quite as regular in the US as stock is far less available, but you still stand to pay around $30 for a budget setup.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.